O virena más hermosa de la Nahuac, tus hijos hoy de mañana te vienen a saludar. Despierta, madre, despierta, mira que amaneció, mira el ramo de flores que para ti traigo yo.
Every morning, Ruby Briones takes a life-changing trip. When her parents take her from their small house in South Central Los Angeles to nearby Mother of Sorrows Catholic School. Ruby is leaving a world of poverty, violence, and uncertainty for something much better.
She's entering a world that's going to give her imminent possibility. She's entering a world that's going to give her a foundation that no one can take away from her.
A safe world, and a place where we're going to nurture her soul, give her opportunities to know that she is going to be a leader and she can be anything she wants to be.
Ruby's journey of hope would be impossible without family support. Her father, Pablo, runs a small business selling fruit and snacks in the community, while Ruby's mother, Cristina, keeps the household together.
The Briones family is just an excellent family. They're really the model of committed parents to Catholic education.
Somos religiosos y para nosotros también es algo muy importante que nuestros hijos vengan a una escuela católica.
Ya que en esta escuela hay disciplina, están preocupados por los niños, les ponen mucha atención y sobre todo ellos se sienten muy amados por sus maestros.
Ruby's school helps with her tuition and opens its heart to her in other ways.
I like this school a lot. It's very welcoming, and we're a very close school. Everybody's nice here.
Ruby is known as a humble and extremely generous young woman, not to mention she's an honor student.
When I get an A on a test, I feel accomplished. I feel good about myself.
For families trying to make it in the inner city, Catholic schools are islands of safety, security, and hope, where kids can be kids and parents can find a partner to help children like Ruby build a successful life.
In 5 years, I see her going to the school of her dreams. I have no doubt in my mind that she'll find a way to accomplish any of those dreams, any goals that she sets.
Catholic schools are known for academic excellence. And in communities where the high school graduation rates are 50% or less, this is important.
Minority children consistently achieve more significantly in their school achievement scores in Catholic schools than in their public counterparts.
In Catholic schools, students have the benefit of more individual attention.
I think they do better because they're more cared for. I think people that teach in inner city Catholic schools see it as a real vocation.
Latino students who attend Catholic schools are 42% more likely to graduate high school than those who attend public schools. And they are 2.5 times more likely to graduate when they attend college.
The culture that Catholic schools have built within them just demands excellence. It demands you be a better person, demands greatness in the classroom. I wouldn't be at Notre Dame without the Catholic education today. I would not be at Notre Dame.
Catholic education instilled in me the idea that I need to be the best I can be. You know, that phrase, doing the best that I can in everything that I do.
Then there's the matter of faith.
Was the Hail Mary, the Our Father, there's a commonality there that went beyond the ethnic identity division.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
The faith is woven into the curriculum. And so it is the best of science, it is the best of the liberal arts, and the best of faith that meets culture.
Every kid that's gone to a Catholic school has memories of that school. And that's part of what makes us human is, somewhere to hang our hat the rest of our lives.
Parish priests play a big part in the life of Catholic schools, whether celebrating special occasions or just being there for the students.
That is something that the public schools cannot provide, is their priest visiting them and just being present for them and ministering to them.
We're very much a school that embraces our culture, our heritage. Even in our code, we make a reference to Our Lady of Guadalupe.
It's Dia de los Muertos, a time to remember friends and family members who have passed on.
You put these pictures here so they're never forgotten, and you don't want them to be forgotten because you love them and you always love them.
In public school, the celebration would end there, but in Catholic schools, icons of faith are also part of the students' display.
They might not totally understand it, but the fact that the school is saying this is important, it's something you have to understand, is a way that we allow for our kids to feel more at home, to understand their own identities.
When you place your children in a Catholic school, you are putting them in an environment that encourages community outreach and service. These students are preparing for an afternoon of work at a ministry for the homeless in downtown Phoenix.
The main purpose for us is to be the presence of Christ to all of our homeless brothers and sisters.
With careful supervision, prayers are brought to life.
We pray about the needs of the world, about our local community, but it doesn't mean anything if it's not concrete. And so we provide many opportunities across the board from preschool through middle school for service, and we encourage it.
The attitudes developed here will last a lifetime.
We have children that are open, children that are not selfish. It kind of helps them mature on a lot of levels because it brings them out of themselves.
I think Catholic schools across the board, our focus is if you're an honor student but you're not a good person, we're missing something.
When young people reach out to others, succeed in their studies, understand the value of their culture, and deepen their faith, they develop confidence and self-awareness, and they gain what's called the Catholic school advantage.
Catholic school graduates have higher rates of voting, participation in civic life. They're less likely to be racist, sexist. So they're just forming an engaged citizenry, the kind of citizenry we need if our country is to remain strong and dedicated to the principles of democracy.
Our big responsibility as Catholic educators is to help the students find their vocation, their mission in life. That we journey with them as partners side by side and to help them develop a relationship with God.
For more than 200 years, Catholic schools have helped immigrant families find their way in American life.
They were able to feel at home, they were able to get an excellent education, and they were able to continue their cultural practices.
Today, Latino families come from Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Cuba, the territory of Puerto Rico, or any one of dozens of other places.
Other than language, the one thing that unites us is that our parents want a better life for their children. I was born and raised in Laredo, Texas, a town that does not have good public education, and I was fortunate that my parents always valued education as the key to a better life and made the sacrifice.
With hard work and determination, Sara Martinez Tucker rose from her humble South Texas roots to become Undersecretary of Education.
I truly believe that my Catholic education made the difference not only for me, but for my siblings as well.
It's a story that you hear over and over and over again from legislators, from justices, from the Supreme Court on. These schools provide hope and opportunity that isn't available to them anywhere else.
Sometimes, all it takes to light the spark of hope is to give a child someone special to talk to. That's why Joanna Lopez invited her mother to join her in the classroom as a teaching assistant.
I love working with my mom. I'm Grandma Vera, and of course some of the students don't have grandparents, and so I kind of fit that role. She has so much love to give, and I have children in our small school that need that extra hug. And I have had parents share with me that her presence in my classroom has really touched their child's life.
Joanna's journey started years ago when her mother sent her to this very school.
I feel very blessed that she planted the seed and I get to carry on the tradition. I have 4 graduates of this school, St. Mary's. It is hard for parents. God helped us get through, and we made it through, and here she is.
Education of the heart begins with parents and grandparents and continues in school, with an emphasis on the values these children learn at home. There are scholarship programs to help just about any family who wants their children to have an education based on values and faith, but it still means sacrifice.
The education that my son received and that my current son that's here is receiving is well worth the investment.
Es mejor, sería muy importante que hicieran un sacrificio y pudieran mandar a sus, es mucho mejor a que tengan mejores oportunidades y los niños tengan, que sean mejores ciudadanos.
My husband and I have to work very hard to just keep them here. And I don't want them to have to struggle like we do. I want them to have a good life. I want them to be able to choose what they want to do, not what they have to do.
Back in South Central Los Angeles, Ruby Brillones prepares for her next step in life. When that time comes, she will set out with firm values, a hopeful heart, and a support system that will always be there.
I wouldn't call it enculturation. I would call it just sharing what we do here in America and kind of walking with them. Over here, I hope I see a teacher. I hope I see a principal somewhere. And I hope behind her are her parents and a community, so she's not alone.
Mi meta más importante para ellos, siempre les he dicho, es que sirvan a la comunidad, que tengan un amor por los demás. Es muy importante porque quiero que ellos aporten cosas buenas para la sociedad.